What's up, everybody? This is Nintendo God, and I'm back with your Royal Rumble results. The pre-show happened, and it was on the YouTube. Antonio Cesaro beat The Miz to retain his championship, and in what was a decent match. I can't complain. I actually liked it. It was probably one of the best ones on the card, even though it wasn't technically on the Royal Rumble card. That's beside the point. Alberto Del Rio beat the Big Show in probably what was the most original match of the night, because everybody was wondering, like, he had just won the championship off of the Big Show. How was he supposed to defeat the Big Show in a last man standing match? We get our answer in the fact that he gets the Big Show down and puts the Big Show in the arm bar. His ring announcer Ricardo proceeds to duct tape Big Show's feet to the bottom rope, and because the Big Show couldn't stand up before the 10 count to actually get to his feet, Del Rio won. Del Rio kept the championship. Team Hell No fought Team Rhodes Scholars in what was like it was a lukewarm match, and it felt like it was kind of a rushed finish because they wanted to get the Royal Rumble and the main event started. So the Royal Rumble goes down, and there was only two really what you would call surprise entrance into the Royal Rumble. One, which was legitimately surprising, but it was kind of a meh because you knew it had no chance, was the Godfather. Like, I understand why he was there. It was fun to see him, though. As a wrestling fan for so many years, it was fun seeing the Godfather there. The second one, well, actually he was the first one there because he was actually number 2 in the Royal Rumble. That's what made it so good, what brought it all together, what made me feel like this match, this night was going to end on a good solid note, was the fact you had Dolph Ziggler pulling number 1 in the Royal Rumble, talking mad shit about how he doesn't care who number 2 is. He's going to outlast everybody, and the music hits. It's Chris Jericho. Like, nobody expected Chris Jericho to be there, and he shows up. I'm pretty sure everybody who has been a wrestling fan for years barked out when they heard Chris Jericho's theme music hit to announce that he was number 2 in the Royal Rumble. The winner of the Royal Rumble, though, was none other than John Cena, the WWE Golden Boy. Once this happened, I'm looking at Twitter, I'm looking at Facebook, I'm talking to a couple of people around me, and everybody's feeling the same thing. Like, they knew what was coming next, because everybody has been saying what was coming next, and they wanted to be wrong. I wanted to be wrong. Everybody wanted to be wrong. Now, but John Cena won the Royal Rumble, and then CM Punk and The Rock had their match, or whatever you want to call it. It was more to me like CM Punk holding up The Rock for I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say 25 to 30 minutes of a 45-minute match. CM Punk was trying to keep the Rock from looking like he was winded, old. Now CM Punk, the Shield interfered. The lights went off. Shield interfered, and Punk got the 1, 2, 3. So out comes Mr. McMahon. Blah blah blah. I'm going to strip you of the title now. So The Rock gets on the microphone. Oh no, it's not going to end that way. And right then, everybody started to say, "Oh no, don't let it happen this way. This is bullshit." because The Rock's like, oh, restart the match. And the match restarts. The match restarts, and like you have this what looks like a fresh CM Punk. Like he didn't have to do anything for the last couple of minutes. CM Punk is fresh against a beaten down Rock. And after a sidewalk slam and a people's elbow, like he couldn't kick out. The Rock is a new WWE champion. Like, what the fuck? Nobody wants to see Rock and Cena Part 2, but it's going to happen anyway. Now, this is where I felt that the WWE said fuck you to all their fans. And I don't mean the marks who actually think Ryback is a good wrestler, or the people who see The Rock win, who saw The Rock win tonight and was like, yeah, because Punk is a bad guy, he deserves to lose. Or the guys who marked out because they heard Chris Jericho's music hit to signify he was number 2 in the Royal Rumble. Hell, I marked out. But I'm talking about the guys who sat through the last minute, the last hour and a half for the whole Royal Rumble, saying, "Please don't let this come true." That who's called this shitty ending since the Rock announced that he was going to fight for the WWE Championship again. And then especially when he said he was going to fight for it at WrestleMania, everybody predicted this ending. Everybody felt The Rock is going to win the belt, Cena's going to win the Royal Rumble, and then he's going to drop the belt to Cena at the WrestleMania event. But which the first match was billed as once in a lifetime, but it's happening twice. Now, one of my problems is you have this guy who beat Cena at the Royal Rumble, which I admit I wanted that to happen because I just don't plain fucking like Cena. But then he doesn't compete for a year. He cuts the odd promos in and out, but he doesn't compete for a year. And you give him the title. Then you got a wrestler like CM Punk. He's not a movie star. But he gets in the ring, he does his shit, night in and night out. He commands the crowd. It's the only person I've seen since probably Chris Jericho who can walk in, be cheered, sit there for 5 minutes saying what he wants to say, and be booed as he walks out. Me and the WWE basically said, fuck us. Well, in the words of Nick Jones, one of the guys I know from Facebook, fuck you, WWE. Fuck you for your lack of originality. Fuck you for your inability to take a chance. Fuck you for your inability to shock the world. Fuck you for shitting all over the reign of CM Punk. And fuck you for shitting all over everything the last 400 and something odd days has meant to anybody that actually watches the show. You just made it mean nothing. Yeah. Good fucking luck with that.
Embrace me as your king and as your god.